Hello, welcome back to Up the Villa. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, murmurings, incomings, outgoings, you name it, you'll find it here. Over on Up the Villa and Transfer Hub. If you are new to our channel, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're smashing the like button as well. Let's try and go for around 900 likes on this one and comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. Right, we got some Ollie Watkins news, guys. And we're hearing that there's still interest from Manchester United in Ollie Watkins. But unfortunately, they don't want to pay what he's worth. And they probably aren't going to sign him because we are valuing Ollie Watkins at around 60 million, as we should, because he's our leading goal scorer. He's our talisman. He scores. He assists. He's a system-based player. He's an England international who's consistently getting called up. He's played Champions League football. He's playing Europa League football. He's at the highest peak of his career, playing for Villa at the highest level, being involved in England. So there's no surprise that we've PSR done and dusted, guys. And Ollie Watkins is a top earner at Villa, but he's not one of the highest. It makes no sense for Aston Villa to sell Ollie Watkins for the price that a potential buyer would like to just pick and would value that player at. Arsenal came in January. Villa had a firm stance on how much we valued him. Arsenal valued him at around 40 and didn't go with it. So the same thing is really happening right now with Manchester United. They would love Ollie Watkins because they want a goal scorer. He's got Premier League goals, quality. He's a system player that would suit any team that needs a runner, not a hold-up player. And he would be good for Man United, just like he'd be good for most clubs in the Premier League. But Manchester United can't afford the canteen staff, and they're looking like they're going to have to sell players before they can splash more cash because they're still trying to get Mbeumo. They've got Cunha. They need to offload other players. Hoyland needs to go as well. And while I was doing this, guys, and it's funny because Manchester United, they're social people of all the fans and etc. The Twitter spaces of, they all go with like the titles, and I was trying to find the source to the link and the rumor today, and it's come from the Mirror. So, okay, a journalist from the Mirror, and it is basically along the lines of Manchester United have held talks with Villa about signing Watkins. Villa wants around 60 million, but United are unwilling to pay that much, given his age and lack of resale value. So we're a non-starter then, guys, aren't we? But a lot of the Man United sort of outlets are going with this headline at the start, and it's so funny because it's just utter contradiction in the whole thing, and I'm going to show you some of them. So we've got United update. Manchester United are stepping up their interest in Ollie Watkins. It then goes on to say, but United are unwilling to pay that much given his age and lack of resale value. So it's done in the water there, then, isn't it? We've got more down here of just others just sort of saying the exact same thing, and I just find it's signing Ollie Watkins would be such a Ferguson signing. Yeah, mate, living in the past, mate. It's about 15 years ago, mate. Probably more than that. United stand. Manchester United stepping up their interest in Ollie Watkins, but we're not going to spend that much on him. So there's nothing to it then, is it, guys? There is nothing to it. you would absolutely, I would low key think Ollie Watkins would be a successful signing for Manchester United, especially with Cunha and Mbeumo around him. I bet you would make cold picks of Manchester United. I bet you'd want him in front of Cunha and Mbeumo. Not the flashiest transfer, but definitely an effective and versatile one. In the current market, any fee around 40 million could be a bargain given his Premier League experience. 40 million. In the current market, any fee around 40 million could be a bargain given his Premier League experience. Thoughts? Yeah, mate. Done. No chance. Shut your Twitter down. Oh my God, what are they like? What are they like? They're absolutely all over it. But unfortunately, if you're gonna get him, you're gonna have to pay. 60 mil. If you slap 60 on that table, it probably would get accepted, to be honest, because every player's got a price, right? Every player has got a price. His market value probably is around 40, but he's worth more than that to Villa. He's worth a lot more than 40 million to Villa. So you either pay what he's worth to Villa or you walk away. So that's where I'm at. And the other aspect of it is for Villa is the fact that if he was to go, he has to be replaced, and he can't be replaced. And I know there's like we've got SCR and wages and etc. And I think it's kind of tainted the start of our window, and it makes you think, okay, we can't really spend that much money. Like we can spend money, because if we actually look at how this window is probably going to evolve, SCR is probably going to be fixed in this window, and it doesn't have to be fixed by selling top players. We look at Coutinho, his contract's going to be ripped up, 120k a week. Then Donker, I was flabbergasted when I saw how much he was on. 90 grand a week. Then Donker's on. Those two, when they are gone, if we need to move Digne on, because, if we're being savvy here now, we can't have two starting left back. I know Digne and Matson were great last season, but for SCR and going forward, that's not sustainable. So one of those go. So if we're talking 120, Coutinho, 90, then Donker. So we're already over. We're over 200 already. When Dia, he must be on decent. We've got Digne on around 100 and something. We're looking at nearly 350 plus a week. 350 grand a week saving on wages if those players leave. It's not like we're going, we've got to get Kamara, Tielemans, we've got to get Watkins, Rogers, Konsa, we've got to get them off the wage bill. We're not even looking at squad players here, guys. We're looking at players that don't even play for Villa. That is the mad aspect. Okay, Digne, okay, but we're looking at Buendia, Dendoncker, and Coutinho. Don't even play. That is absolutely mental. That those three players pick up that wage. Rip it up, but just take a hit on some of them for like Dendoncker. Put his value at like 3 or 4 million just to wipe it. So I think that's what we're gonna have to do. So I think that aspect of it. So we are going to be okay on SCR. PSR is sorted. So we have got money to be able to play around with. And I think we're even allowed a 94 million pound loss next financials, and we still won't break PSR. So we are pretty rock solid now. So where I'm getting at, and we've got episodes coming out later on in the week, and I'm going to go into this in more detail. But this is not the time now for Villa to be having poor recruitment and selling ourselves short in this window. We have to recruit to the highest level and bring in top quality players. So if he is to go, then I'm expecting a striker to come in that is in and around 60 or even more. We need a top level striker coming in. No youngster that's got potential that might take. We need established striker to come in. And where are they? And this is why Watkins' value is so high. Name them. Where are these strikers? They are few and far between. You are looking at Ekatike, Sesko, Gyökeres, that ilk of striker. They're the three that are available. We've got Jonathan David's gone to Juventus. There's not many out there. There's not many goals out there, guys. And to sell and recruit and bring in, we are needing top bracket player. So that's the situation that we're in. If he goes for big money. We bring someone in, they have to come in for big money as well. It's that simple. In my head, it's that simple, because from last season of the journey and where we were and what we achieved and what we didn't achieve, we're not going into next season and it's like we're stuttering. It can't happen. Honestly, it can't happen. And I'm not allowing that thought in my mind to let it happen. So we have been linked with another player. We have been linked with a youngster from Toulouse, a JD Canvot, 18-year-old, defensive midfielder, can play in a three at the back, left, right. Predominantly does a lot of defensive work. Not going to lie, guys, I don't really know anything about him at all. SofaScore flipped the website round, which is even more so confusing. So we're now on this side of the screen as opposed to that side. So in League last season, he had a SofaScore of 6.7. Are they in League? Yeah, they are. So he had a 6.73. He had 18 appearances, 12 starts. I think we're going to have to go down to defensive. So accuracy in his own half, 90%. Opposition, 81, which is really good. 2.8 ball recoveries, 2.9 clearances, 1.3 tackles per game. Successful dribbles, 70%, which is good if he's stepping out of defense. We've got total duels, 51%. Ground duels, 49. Aerials, 53, which is very, very good numbers, really high. He's got a market value of 4 million euros. As we can see, can play across that back line. Contract expires in 2029. Been involved in the French 16, 17 and 19 youth setup, 8 appearances and 1 goal. He has been at AS Bondy Youth and then went to Toulouse FC under 17s and has been a part of their academy as well. And then if we just have a look at some of his underlying numbers, I think we go down here and you can see some better ones. So take-ons attempted 0.81, top 89 percentile. We've got good accuracy on crosses, ball recoveries 4.07, aerials 1.30. So dribblers tackled 0.98, 77 percentile. Tackles in the defensive third 1.30 per 90, 87 percentile. Fouls drawn, 95 percentile. So looks like a good young prospect, and it does look like a prospect. It looks like another one of those where Villa are mopping up talent across Europe, which is good to see, which helps with our recruitment policy and how strategic we are, which is really good to see. And I think that's pretty much everything, guys. We've had some laughters with the Manchester United. We've been laughing at them a little bit on today's show. So there we go. Right. So Louis Barry deal broke down to Hull. So looks like he's potentially going elsewhere. I think we had a 50% sell on with the deal that we were trying to do there. So I guess that's pretty decent for Aston Villa. It was a low fee, but a 50% sell on. So, you know, if he does reach that potential and moves for, say, 20, then he will get 10. So ends up looking like you're getting a decent deal there. So Yeah, interesting. Right, guys, we've got some good episodes coming up in the next couple of days, but that's just a little update on Ollie Watkins. Let me know how you're feeling about the whole thing. Up the Villa. Make sure you're subscribing, smash the likes, and comment your thoughts. See you on the next one.